Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Today is going to be a very complicated day because we have so many stupid things to do. Of course, the first thing that we need to do is to get some obsidian. One of the things that I wanted to do for a very long time was this. Break the portal. Thank you. This stupid thing is finally gone. We're going to also move our nether portal, and if I make the portal in the overworld over here, the coordinates in the nether is going to be 69 by 69. Unfortunately, that's a no bueno, so we have to make it over here. Yes, a 3 by 3 portal. Of course, then we have to go to Cool Cat's base because we need to use his portal. A few hundred years ago on this server, Cool Cat made a path from his portal to mine in the nether, which is incredibly safe. But in any case, we break you as well. This was my portal, don't you worry. So 69 by 66. It's here. Fingers crossed, the Y level should not matter. At least in our case. Am I in my base? I'm somewhere. Yeah, that worked. Obviously, the first thing that we are going to do with the new portal is that we're going to transfer our magma cube spawner to the overworld. You know, this guy who has been sitting here for a very long time. Oh, you don't even have a rail. Oh, you did. It's a downward journey, so you don't need powered rails. We don't want you to hit the portal, I guess. I don't want to find another one. Come on. Move. Don't you have a rail? You do. So why you no move? No need to panic. It's a powered rail. I forgot. Perfect. It's in position. I have transformed it from a contraption into the actual spawner one more time. And yes, we are having problems. But we do have a station over here. Create train. If I place you down, you're not gonna break anything, that is good. I can have my seat. Oh, come on. They knock you back really hard. We can have our train controls the other way, and that should be a functioning train. And we don't care anymore. Yes, very good. So now the question is, are you gonna move the spawner? Yes. Go slowly. Yes, we're in. It's just that we're lagging like crazy. So somehow we are at the station. You cannot disassemble it because of the tracks, I guess, which is fine. We just go a bit more forward and I guess straighten out the tracks. You have absolutely no idea how many times the game kicked me out, but yeah. Finally we can disassemble it. That's gonna be a problem. Having the spawner on its own is not going to be enough. We need to have a mob farm. And I just spent a lot of time in creative and unfortunately this is the best I could come up with. This is obviously a hologram, we can't really go inside, but that is the spawning platform. First off, again, I'm very sorry about the FPS, but there's literally nothing I can do. And I just wanted to really make sure for the last time, yeah, we don't really have that many spaces left. These are all mountains with huge holes. That's the best flat area that I have. It's really going to take a very long time to terraform it and I know that, but unfortunately there's really nothing I can do. Not hitting the portal is a good start. Why do they call it terraforming? It's not like we're turning this into the nether. They should really start calling it landscaping. Just imagine when Elon Musk is talking about terraforming Mars, he just wants to remove a few layers of dirt. It's not very expensive, except the honey blocks. And 124 hoppers. I have already been preparing honey blocks and unfortunately our tank is also taking a very long time to reload. I should have made a bigger tank, I know, but it's a bit too late for that and I think I'm the only one on the server who has a honey production, so we can't really purchase it. Yeah, this is why I don't install the roof. That happens. I made sure that I deoxidized every single piece of copper, but by the time I just copied it, one was left. It's okay. Waxed exposed copper. 40! That was a very stupid decision. I just thought it looks nice with mud. I just went to my shop to gather some supplies and we were caught. But on a very positive note, he provided me with a lot of mud. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh,
How's it going?
I left all of my supplies in the nether, so I had to come and pick a few stuff up.
Oh, I see. I'm just here to pick up some precision mechanisms.
Is there anything left? Oh yeah, 2 stacks.
Uh-huh.
I'm watching you. Did you pick up your drink?
You're oh no, I forgot.
It's a free drink.
Yeah, bait the exit, also have a drink.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah, 45 seconds of poison. I love it. Here you go.
Can I extend it? Poison 2,
Oh,
21 seconds. No, it's this time.
I guess it's a fair price to pay for the excellent deals that you have here.
Actually, I just had an idea. I force people to have the drink, then I sell milk.
Some might say that's illegal, but sure.
I like that.
You like that?
I also love those people.
How many is it again? 4 diamonds for 2 stacks, so 8 diamonds? I mean, that's what it says, right?
Yes, exactly.
Uh-huh. Yep. Wow, that is rapid. That is so fast now. That is yoinked straight from the depot.
Yes, we don't want the diamonds to stay here for long. Maybe you will change your mind.
No refunds is what you're saying, no refunds.
Obviously. This is why there's
Yeah.
no notice for it, because I thought it's obvious.
And I kind of want them. I really want some Froglights. So
Do you have a specific color in mind?
ochre, I believe.
Oh, the
Is
one
it,
the one that I didn't like. Okay. Yeah, actually, getting the frog for it is the easiest one, but I was like, who's gonna need the yellow? Yeah, I also need the yellow for the farm itself. Because I'm using honey
You're-
blocks, so yellow goes well.
You're doing a lot of stuff in the Nether. We might have to get our transportation network set up with the trains. You know, you can send the trains through the portal.
I just did. I brought my spawner back.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
Cool.
there has been some developments at the base. Oh, I was actually here
Yeah,
to get some
kind of
mud.
fixed. Mud? I can sell you mud if you need, or I can give you some mud.
Wait, let me see how much I need. I need around 600 mud. No, 700. Let's call it 1,000.
I don't know if I have that much. I think most of it has been converted into bricks.
And
Shall
No,
we-
exactly. That's the thing. I need mud bricks.
I mean bricks. I don't mean mud bricks.
You take the most beautiful blocks in the game and then you convert them into vanilla stuff.
Bricks are so underrated, and I've always wanted to play with them.
No, but you also take all the moss and convert it into bone meal.
You know how much valuable bone meal is? I mean, you can get flowers with bone meal, you can get wheat with bone meal, you can get trees with bone meal, and
That is
wood
true.
and leaves.
But I was offering you 1 block of bone meal for 1 block of moss.
Yeah, that's true, but you're eventually going to run out, right?
No,
No?
no, with your skeleton farm, I get like millions of bones. I'm voiding them over there.
Never void items, Lash. Never void items.
I'm even contemplating on voiding the coal because I don't need the coal.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Wait, what, do you need coal?
I'll take it off your hands for sure. I can make use of that. Easy. Okay, I'm not sure how much I have here. It might all still be at the farm. We'll have to see.
Okay, I don't have anything to pay you. On me.
We might be able to call it a debt. How about that?
You owe me something? Why
No,
would
you owe me something for the mud.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, you can take all of that if you want.
I can?
We can call it 500.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I see that you're collecting dripstone.
That was from before, but I'm gonna need it soon.
Yeah, me too. Gaze into my eyes.
I think that's mesmerizing.
Yes, it's very mesmerizing. I have plans for you with dripstone.
With dripstone?
Yes.
That sounds ominous, Lash. I don't know if I trust you.
No, I don't trust myself as well. We will see. I will do some experimenting on myself first
Okay.
to make sure that it goes through armor. No, I mean, it's going to be very gentle.
Was I supposed to hear that or no?
No, thank you for the mud. It was amazing. Your hair looks lovely today. I love your wisdomous eyes. And I see myself out. I should have negotiated the price first, because now I don't know how much he's going to charge me. And yes, I don't really have an inventory space for the lead for my horse, and I kind of disassembled the train. Hence, we're walking. Oops, this is why you don't walk in F5. I have done a decent amount of grinding, and everything is set except the honey blocks. If you guys remember a few episodes ago, we lost most of our bees thanks to a zombie, and well, I bred them, but it's going to take a lot of time in order to get those 78 honey blocks. Yeah, that is like 1 block. 1.5. So I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to start the project anyways, and well, whenever we have the honey blocks, I will place them. And I also just realized we can't really start the project, there is a massive hole. Another funny thing is, I think we're totally out of wood. Yeah. Oh boy, this is actually a big hole. I have to fill it in completely. It really does not have to be filled in completely, but I have to do that for my own sanity. We do have the wand of symmetry, so it makes everything easier. Okay, so I filled it in and then I discovered another hole, which I'm not really gonna care about. Maybe I should. Be right back. Yes. Much nicer. Again, remember that the main thing that we were missing was some honey blocks. We're missing around 60 of them now. But until the farm is operational, we have so many things to do that I think by the end of today's episode, we will have a Froglight farm. Also, the farm is not really just for doing business, I also need the Froglights. I have a big project in mind and well, Froglights are going to go well with it. Ladies and gentlemen, our Froglight farm is finally done. And yes, these copycat panels, I just filled them in with mud. I wasn't sure if I have enough mud or not, so I didn't fill it in the template. On one side we have a massive vault, a few smart chutes, so that we would be able to filter out the Froglights. And over here I have been busy, I have been collecting honey blocks, and I have been collecting powdered snow, so that we would be able to kill all the magma cubes. Well, technically speaking, not kill them, make them smaller so that the frogs can eat them. And yes, I have been busy a lot, we're missing around 20 honey blocks or so. But just a few points. You might notice that we're using hoppers instead of a hopper minecart. And the reason why is right in front of you. Every day that I log in, it's broken. Another thing that you might notice is that the central chamber is 11 by 11 instead of 9 by 9. That is because the magma cube spawner actually has the largest spawning area between all the spawners in the game. It's 10.8 by 10.8 blocks, which I have no idea what happened to the 0.2 blocks. But I think it has to do something with the size of the magma cubes themselves. I have also tried to get all the frogs, and yes, so far I have been successful. We have the green, we have the white, we have the orange. Sleep, you jerk. I'm not very familiar with how the mechanic of the frogs work, but we found the white one in the swamp. The green ones required cold temperature, so I brought them down there. And the orange ones, even though I found one next to the swamp, server restart in 15 minutes. Nice. Yeah, as I was saying, even though I found some of them next to the swamp in a plains biome, I'm breeding them here, which is also a plains biome. They do take ages to grow, but on a very positive note, each time that you breed a frog, you get like 4 or 5 babies. I might be exaggerating a bit, I didn't count. And yeah, the only problem that I have is the production of honey because, well, this was supposed to give me a few decorative blocks, not 121 blocks of honey. The tank was too small and it's too late. Originally, the main reason that I used honey blocks was so that I would be able to use hoppers instead of a hopper minecart. But just for finishing touches, I went and watched Ilmango's video and I realized I did a good job. Because apparently frogs are incredibly laggy when they jump and, well, you can't jump on honey. That was an accidental added bonus and I had no idea. How much are we missing? 16. Oh my goodness. Well, at least I can add one more row of powdered snow, I guess. Frogs can't really jump, so I guess if we put it every other block, it's not going to cause a problem. Since I'm moving the spawner and every time that I'm trying to move a spawner, I get a comment that you can just pick it up with a wrench, I just wanted to tell you something. In the default settings of Create, you can't pick them up. That was the first thing I tried in episode 2 on camera. I also think it's relatively late to ask Treefold to change the settings because we're almost done. I can't really think of any other spawners that we need. Whoops. Oh, you gave me a speed boost. I am very sorry, but I'm desperate for honey. That gives you 1 bottle. No wonder it takes ages. I think in total we're missing 3 more blocks, so we should be able to start moving the spawner very soon. Server closed. I didn't do anything. There was a crash. I don't know why. I was just standing here and Treefold is not even online. I seriously have no clue what happened. Well, he joined. Okay. Last block. I don't really want to start nagging, but I just wanted to mention it took 6 hours for the honey blocks. I have been doing this since last night, literally. For moving the stupid spawner, maybe we should install the frogs. I'm thinking we go with 3 frogs for each color. For the moment. And this is the most scary part. If I break the spawner, all we have done is for nothing. So let us check the route. This is fine. This is also fine. I don't think it's going to get stuck. And we want it to stop in the center. Cool. Of course, another thing is that we don't want magma cubes to get stuck on top of the spawners. So I think what we're going to do is that we're going to just have a column of glass. Yeah, this should be fine. Please don't break. Please. Be safe. Be safe. I have spent so much time on you. Stay there. What did I forget? Oh, that explains. Can you just like stay here without moving? Well, it's working. We know that. So we have a problem. The medium-sized magma cubes are just a teeny tiny bit bigger than a block. And the honey block is a teeny tiny bit lower than a normal block. So yeah, we need to fix the farm. It's a relatively easy fix if the spawner was not active, but now that it's active, yeah, we're gonna have problems. Yeah, that one is not very sensitive to light. They even spawn in open daylight. So first, we're going to cover it with moss. It's an easy block to break. Go to hell. Where the hell do you think you're going? Go down. Okay, the magma cubes have been contained in an upper floor, which is fine by me. All of the frogs seem to be safe. And what we're going to do is that we're going to have chains like so. The larger cubes should not be able to fall down. The small ones should be able to fall. And then we're going to replace the moss with powdered snow. Why is this place so dark? Because I have to make sure that I don't miss a single chain. Honestly, don't think I have missed anything. Oh, and by the way, the reason that the server crashed was apparently a vanilla thing. It's a bug that has been fixed. I'm innocent. I just wanted to mention that. This is such a stupid thing to do. Okay, we go down anyways. We don't have a choice. Hello, boys. The big ones are the problem. Okay, the small ones do fall down. That is perfect. Yeah, you see? They just went through. Yeah, amazing. The only issue that I have is that we need way more powdered snow, which is fine. We live next to a mountain. Okay, it was actually much easier to fix it than I was thinking. We can do it from here. We just have to remove the moss like so. And then, you know, with the snow. The small ones fall down and they get eaten. I also have to hook up the hoppers into this vault over here, but for the moment we have these guys. It's nice, we got 3 stacks, and I literally just started and I placed a ton of them down here. Essentially it works, and I'm happy. I have hooked up the item collection system and the rates are actually not that bad. I voided some by accident, but this is what we have. Almost 4 stacks of the yellow one, 4.5 stacks of the purple one, and 3.5 stacks of the green one. I'm not doing anything special. Basically what we have is a chute, goes into an ice path, a water elevator, an upside down funnel, and into the vault. And yes, a slight flaw in the system is that we're also getting magma cream, which I was not expecting that. At first I wanted to void it, but then I realized you can actually convert these guys into magma blocks. Yes, this one over here, and then you can wash it in order to get obsidian. So it's not that bad, I guess, but it's working actually better than I was expecting. I have AFK'd at our Froglight farm for a while, and we have some goodies in order to sell. 1 sack of each one. And I have also been thinking of adding a few more gizmos to the shop. Don't you worry, I saw the spider. Go to hell. So the reason that people go around and buy enchanted books is that they want to put it on their tools and they want to put it on their armor, correct? We have an armor and he sells armor, so why don't we just sell enchanted armor? That's going to make us a bit more profit, I think, because we're not actually paying for the leggings. That costed 1 emerald. And since 1 emerald is 1 string for me, so our cost of good is 0. Almost, but our end product will have some value in the form of services. Enchantment services. I'm not gonna upgrade them to netherite, they can do it on their own. And I think if this goes well, I might have a cool design in mind. We need some sampling at the shop. Is it 8 AM? Come on. Well, I think there is a very good reason why people don't sell fully enchanted armor on servers. And I think it's a very obvious reason, because getting the armor is not difficult, getting the enchantments is not very difficult, but getting the levels to upgrade everything takes ages. Well, I have made super diamond boots, the best chestplate that I could think of, decent leggings, and also the helmet. I don't know if I forgot something. I really hope I didn't. And the worst part of my life is that I'm just making 4 sets, I'm not making anything stupid. This is one of the reasons that I had to zombify the clerics a lot, because I need to do trades. The prices that they had was garbage, so trading was not worthwhile, but now it is. For selling things at the shop, I don't think people are going to buy glowstone anymore, right? Because if I'm selling Froglights and very soon I might sell shroom lights, why the hell would you need glowstone? It's one of the ugliest sources of light. We just do the redstone thing, because apparently Threefold is very interested. And also the ender pearls, because I always see him use it. I don't really think he goes and hunts endermen, he's probably just buying it. I also did the librarians, we had tons of paper. Anyhow, after breaking 1 anvil, here is the final helmet, and obviously the final piece of armor. These ones are just for display. So now, do we get tools? For tools I have to invest diamonds. So, the armors are ready, and we're also selling some tools. They're not something super fancy, it's just 2 silk touch pickaxes and 2 fortune pickaxes and a few shovels. I just want to be able to test the market and see how it goes, but look at the profit that I have made. It's almost 9 stacks of blocks of emerald. That was crazy. But this is everything that we are going to sell at this very moment. Let me set up something at the shop and I'll be right back. How am I supposed to carry everything? It is true that we cannot jump, but we can always ender pearl. And I bought so much ender pearls. You have no idea. What the hell? How is this a thing? And I never knew? How do you break it? Please forgive me, apparently my knowledge of armor stands is a bit garbage. I wanted to use statues to show the tools and now they're waving to me. They have been mesmerized, even through the helmet. Ladies and gentlemen, I have upgraded the shop. They're still waving. Anyways, we have the armor pieces. Everything is for 10 diamonds. So even the picks and the shovel, I guess for the shovel it's not really worth it, but who cares? We also have a very small section for Froglights, and since we have a monopoly, it's 1 stack for 2 diamonds. Finally, I figured out that maybe in order to persuade them to shop a bit more, we should have a deal of the day section. So any slot that they want is just 1 diamond. And some of them are actually good. Netherite scrap or 1 stack of obsidian. I'll try to keep it interesting so that they visit more often.
Dear customer, please do not come back.
Shut up. In the meantime, did we make any profits? 8. 8 is not great. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what you're thinking. Where have I been? No, not at spawn, not at my shop. I have gone mining. No, that was not the wrong footage. Apparently that is what we call mining in the recent versions of Minecraft. Yeah, I know, it's very irritating, but don't you worry. I have done actual mining too, and we are filthy rich. I thought before we wrap up today's episode, we'll pay a small visit to our creative world because I want to change the design of our creeper farm. So currently what we have is a few spawning platforms in the shape of a star, and the reason for that is very simple. Because if you have a water source block in the center, look what happens. It covers the entire thing. What does that mean? It means that if you have a creeper, he's going to be washed off very slowly. One thing to remember is that creepers are slightly shorter than 2 blocks, so if we have a trapdoor on the second block, we will only get creepers. That statement is wrong, because we also get spiders. Very true, baby zombies are also very short, but you're not going to get them, because it first has to spawn a zombie and then convert it into a child. So a solution is that we place blocks 2 blocks apart so that we would be able to avoid spawners, because they need a bigger space in order to spawn, correct? This sacrifices a ton of spawning spaces, because we have to place some blocks and we have to switch some of the blocks down here on the spawning platform with glass. Because this is a 3x3, and I did not even pay attention, but this is also a 3x3, it still is. But you get the point, we are reducing the spawning space by maybe 50%. However, we have another mechanic from vanilla, and that is cats. I didn't really want to do this, but apparently I don't really have a choice if we want to make the farm efficient. So creepers are afraid of cats. Yes. But the creeper is not going to jump off to his own death, unless we punch him, which is not great. It has been ages that mobs consider trapdoors as full blocks, so we can trick it a bit, like so. Oh come on, you're not being a good test subject. Yeah, there's something wrong with them. Well, maybe on a 1 block gap it's not very easy to demonstrate, but if we come to the mob farm, I have hollowed it out, and we have a new set of platforms. And if we have a creeper, voila, we can have millions of creepers, they will all do the same. Obviously, I made my mob farm in an odd number, there are no other numbers in Minecraft. And therefore we have a teeny tiny bit of a problem. The creeper is not going to fall to his own death, he has to find a path and try to pathfind it and then fall to his death. So therefore we have this narrow pathway over here, 2 trapdoors, the creeper is going to see these as full blocks, he's also going to ignore this one for some reason, and then he's going to try and pathfind to this place and fall down. The reason that I didn't really want to do this is that you need a crazy amount of cats. And the reason that I'm not considering doing that, the cat fell down, take number 2. And the reason that I'm considering doing that is that you can pick them up with a cage. You see, transportation is going to be much easier. I have readjusted the platforms, and remember, the old platforms that we had, which were in a star shape, are equivalent to maybe 2 layers of this. And guess what? We have 8 layers. This is called an overkill, so don't call it small. That is going to be my AFK spot, but I was thinking, how do we see them die? I need to have some sort of an entertainment while I'm AFK. Well, obviously the most efficient way is going to be funneling them through the center. Originally I wanted to use spikes because of the spiders, but now that we're just going to get creepers, it doesn't really matter, they can just fall. The problem is, they're gonna fall on my head, which is a no bueno. So I guess the original AFK spot is going to be the killing chamber, then we can have a row of glass. I guess we replace everything with some sort of hopper. And just to see the rates, I have added all the cats and well, I think we're doing good. Oh my goodness, why do we have a spider? It's actually an incredibly easy fix, all we need is this. Also, it's technically not a fix, it's something that I forgot. Yeah, maybe the ice is not gonna make a difference. I forgot a carpet because we got a spider, but the rate is not that bad. Holy. I think I have placed down the carpets correctly, so we're not getting any spiders. I just turned it on. Let us see what happens. Okay, the rates are not that bad. They get stuck. But first things first, let us check there are no spiders. I don't really see anything, which is a good sign. Clearly the ice is not working, so maybe we should have a few trapdoors. That made it worse. I mean, if the rates are like this, I'm quite happy. Because eventually someone's going to push the other one down. So again, no spiders, right? Yes, no spiders. Although remember, this was for testing purposes, we need to have torches when we want to copy it in our own world. Because I have to place down the stupid cats. But the main question is that how much gunpowder did we get? 3 stacks and 17 from like 5 minutes? Wait a minute, we need to test this properly for like 10 minutes. It has been 10 minutes later, I have emptied my inventory, let us see the results. Remember, the roof is not very spawn proof, we don't have the sun shield, everything is going to increase its yield. But for the moment we got, well, for 5 stacks. That is 1854 gunpowder per hour. If I optimize it by fixing the roof, it's gonna be amazing. Although now the question is, can we modify the blueprint so that our cannon can modify the entire tower? I mean, there is absolutely no reason for it not to be possible, it's just that I need to align it perfectly. But I have my marking stone. Uh-oh. Wrong corner. It's fine. We can flip it. Until we find the correct corner. Oh, oh, there it is. It was one block too low. So here is my marking stone. We want you to be perfectly aligned and we're done. And I just heard a cat. That is exactly what I wanted to see. It exactly knows what it has. And now we need the balance. The balance is not cheap. 2000 tough, 2500 spruce trapdoors. And I guess we don't really care about anything which is less than 1000. Cool. I am collecting the resources, but unfortunately we are having a few issues. Spruce trapdoors are incredibly expensive. 2500 spruce trapdoors is 7500 planks. So no, it's not cheap at all. But another thing that I'm missing is tinted glass, but we have been harvesting a few amethyst shards. I mean, this guy has been going through geodes like crazy, so we should have a bit. I have gathered every single material and we're only missing some andesite casings. And yes, I do understand that you can use a clipboard. The problem is that I make them, then I forget where I left them. So I make it again, I lose it again, I make it again, I lose it again, and I have done that like 4 or 5 times. But books are something that I can always find. Anyways, andesite casing goes in, we check you one more time, everything is good, so we can get started. When I was editing the footage of the replay mod, we had a bit of a problem. You might notice that it did not remove the dispensers, and I also noticed it did not remove the copycat blocks. That is because there is an option on the schematic cannon which protects the block entities. Yes, protect block entities. This was on, so it did not remove the dispensers because it's like a chest, it has an inventory, and I guess copycat blocks are the same, so I just redid everything and it's correcting the mistakes. We're done. And I'm also running the replay mod because I want to know what's going on up there. We can't go up there yet. I'm very sorry, but we do need to have an elytra. Trust me. Let me check the replay footage. So welcome to the replay mod. That is me. I'm getting mesmerized. Now, so we want to know what happens at the end. Did you do everything that you were supposed to do? Yes, dispensers are gone. And the copycat blocks are also gone. And it has replaced the mistakes. Perfect. Okay, we are back in our world, and I just wanted to mention that unfortunately this is not going to be operational today, but I think next episode it will be. I need to have 32 cats, and I need to position them on the corners. If we get elytra, it's going to be easier. If we don't get the elytras, well, I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna die. And one more thing that I just wanted to mention, there are 2 reasons that we made this change. One of them is that Linda of Darkness told me that, yeah, you're gonna get spiders. Honestly speaking, I was okay with the spiders and I was thinking, yeah, okay, it's going to be extra string, and if it's too much, we're just gonna void it. Now we're voiding it from the start by not getting it at all, and that is a great legal loophole so that Threefold cannot object to it. Also, it does increase the efficiency because the only mob that we're going to get is going to be Creeper. The second reason is that somebody called it small. Now call it small. I dare you. This is a mega farm, nothing less than that. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.